things to be listed out, but we want them to be listed out horizontally. You'll see this a lot with rating systems, like if a restaurant has, 3 stars, 4 stars, or hotels. You'll see that where users can actually tell it the rating, and it's side by side. And in order for us to do this, we need to use what we call for each. So the first thing you want to do is, most likely you'll have things under this, so it's always, and since this is a blank code sheet, I need to embed all my stuff in a VStack. So if you click on text, we can do this the quick way. And if you click on command and then click, you'll get this pop-up, and we can say embed in VStack. There we go. So under this is where we need to write our code, right under the text. And what you want listed out goes next. So what we need to write is for each. All right. And this is written sort of the same way as a list, but just without the word list. And then let's put our parentheses. Okay. And then next is how many times you want to list it. So we start off with 0, and we say ... less than 4. All right. So we want this listed out 4 times. And then we're going to create a curly bracket right after the 4. And then we're going to say item in. All right. So next is the image or the text or whatever you want to be listed out next. So I'm going to say image. And I have an image called money. So once I put that in, you can see there it is. But the problem that we got is that it's listed pretty much vertically. So what can I do to make sure that this is listed horizontally? Everything. Well, we use an H-stack. That makes sense. And then let's just make sure we use our bracket. And just take your bracket and just put it where it's supposed to be. All right. And now we can see where this is. And you can see everything is embedded. And you can just click all those curly brackets are starting to confuse you, just like brackets. Just click and see where its closing tag is. All right. Now, what I want to do next is that you can see that the image is really kind of big and everything's not fitting. So what can we do to this image to make sure that it fits? If you remember from the previous video, if we go under the image, we need to tell this that it is resizable, so we can resize it. So if I say resizable, and I'm just going to auto-complete this, resizable, okay, that's a little crazy. But then we also have that scale, dot scale, to fit. And there we go. And now they are stacked side by side. So the first thing that I did was I embedded everything in a VStack. And then under it, I created the for each, parentheses, 0, ... less than 4. Then the item in, and then you put what item you want in there. And because my image was too big, everything was sort of off screen. So I did need to put in those modifiers, resizable, and then the scale to fit. And then I got it to work. So that's a way that you can kind of list things side by side using for each.